Yeah, I just like pulled up the cross from the ground and just thrown it away. Then after that we just went wild on the cemetery and kicked down headstones and stuff like that. Throw stones at windows in the church. And I think it was also pretty good act. I think it was it was on the news and in the papers, and that's very good, because then hopefully people will wake up from the Christian hypnosis and realize that they have been living in a lie all their lives. Now, yes, as I told you, we will see more of this in the future. We will never give up the fight to defeat Christianity and their stinking religion, because religion sucks. Religion only creates war. Just look at all the countries in the Middle East and stuff like that. They're killing each other because of religion. That's, we think, bad. That's why it has to be defeated all over our planet.
Vad var det som hände?
Inte en aning. Vad fan är han?
Jag tror jag var hans nummer.
Ska vi ringa?
Ja, kanske ringa. Nej, jag knappt märker det.
Nej. Bra.
Olle?
Ja.
Vad är det där?
Vad är det som händer?
Vi har ingen aning.
Vad försvinner?
Det är helt sjukt. Vad fan tog du vägen?
Jag vet inte vad som händer. Det small till.
Jag hade 2 smällar. Sen var snurren borta. Vi gick ju där. Och sen var du bara helt...
Jag vet inte vad som hände. Det slocknade bara. Det blev svart.
Ja,
det är riktigt läskigt nu.
Ja.
Jag vill dra.
Ja, skojar, vi skiter i det här nu.
Ja,
vi skiter i det här. Helt klart. Jag kör ut en rygg på det här.
I will always fight them all the time. I will never ever bow down to those people. Never. Ever. They're like the biggest destructive force that has ever been in the world. When I see them, they scare the living shit out of me sometimes. You know, when you see like those, when they have their meetings, you know, they speak in tongues, as they say. They're fucking crazy, you know, like they cut off the genitalia of the children in many parts of the Islam world. Christian people, they always killed like homosexual people just because, like, if you're a grown person, you want to fuck a man, you know, as long as you don't do it with me. I don't understand, like, they control the sexuality, they controlled people, like, people's economy, you know. Still, it's like, I can't die, you know, anymore. I have to be buried in the church, but they call it like an atheist burial, you know. And I have to be buried in a holy ground cemetery. When you have to be baptized, you know, like every like major event in people's life, they still control. That's why they have, like, every time it's a tragedy in Norway, like if you see a ferry go down and 13 people die, the fucking priest there. What is that priest doing there, you know? Maybe half of those people don't even believe in God. I mean, what is it? 80% of the people in Norway do not like believe in the Christian God, but they're like a member of the church in Norway, because that's what you're born. You become a member, you know what I mean? That's like, you don't choose that when you're like 2 months old. That's something that people do for you. And then you have a priest saying, like, we have to, the mercy of God, he works in mysterious ways. I think it's absolutely disgusting. It's so, yes, that's what really pisses me off when it comes to, that's a major drive for me when it comes to, that's why I really like fell in love with like the black metal thing. I heard people say like the same thing that I feel, you know, like when I was back in 93 or 94, I remember I heard like Pure Holocaust with Immortal and stuff, and then that's fucking insane. This is like that's like the meanest thing. This is meaner than Metallica and Slayer and Maiden and everybody at the same time, you know. And then you had like the sense, like, this is like, you feel so like a slave in society. You want to break free, and that's what I like saw black metal was, freedom to be whatever the fuck I wanted. Nobody should tell me anything.
Religion to me is a very negative word. Religion to me is you have to do this, you have to do this. If you don't do that, you're going to go burn in hell. And you have to be in church on Sunday, believe in it or not, but you have to show yourself in church. That's religion to me.
People, like I said, they like to have something to lean back on, and they like to be led, because people, like I said, they cannot really handle freedom in that sense. And I mean, if I would be born in a prison, if I would be born in a prison pretty much unaware of what freedom was like, then I would not consider my prison guards as enemies. I would see them as the people who showed me what to do, and the people that were actually in charge, and I would probably pay respect to them. Yeah. And that, I think, is exactly what people do when they pray to their gods, and when they build their churches, they do it in honor of their people who are guarding their prison, and to the people that give them food, and the people that put up the rules that they are supposed to live by. And it's a comfortable life for them. You know? And it's easy to have someone to... It's nice to have someone to blame when something goes wrong.
Christian people are like, they are the bad people, not Satanists, because they sit there and they can be so mean, and they can kill in the name of the Lord. But if you do it in the name of God, it's okay, right? I do not go out and kill people in the name of Satan, because it's not right to kill people. You don't do that. But if it's in the name of God, sure, go ahead. God will protect us because we're doing it in His name. And that is, to me, it's like you go to church on Sunday and you ask God to forgive you for your sins, and of course the priest says, oh, you have been forgiven. And then you go home and you act like an asshole, and you're mean to your kids, and you beat up your wife. Doesn't matter, because Sunday coming, and next Sunday you go to church and you ask God to forgive your sins, and please forgive me for beating up my wife and hitting my kids, and God forgives you, and then you go home, and for next week you're an asshole again.
To be a Satanist means to live in constant opposition, and to live my life as a wolf rather than as a sheep, to constantly be hungry instead of being satisfied after just one single bite, to always be on the hunt, and to always aim to transcend the barriers that are in front of you, the barriers that human life presents, I mean, at all times, because the human nature is built in such a way that people aren't really they're not really capable of handling true freedom.
And if you look at a lot of the bad stuff that happens in the world, why does it happen? Because of religions. These people are Muslims and these people are something else, so they go out and kill each other because both of them think each one is right.